Hi everybody, Shihan Malcolm here to give you an update of what's happening at the dojo at the moment. As you'll know, if you've been coming to training, we've moved to all the training being non-contact. We're maintaining safe social distancing of at least 1.5 meters. Now, to do that, we've got all the floor marked out with dots, so that we can manage the distance between people. We've got all these dots on the floor. We've also got the chairs moved apart, so we've got safe social distancing. If you're there here as a parent watching, same thing on the wooden floor. We've got the marks on the floor so that people know where to stand on the floor. Then we've also put in hand sanitizing, where we've got a hand sanitizer unit here by the dojo floor. So as you're walking on or off, you can clean your hands. We've also got hand sanitizer over here by the signing computer. We've got tons of hand sanitizer. We've got We've got an industrial supplier supplying us with that. We've got tons of disinfectant. We've got more disinfectant than we can ever use, to be honest. And Da is doing a fantastic job, an absolutely remarkable job of cleaning the whole place every day. If punching bags are used, they're cleaned down. Any equipment that's used is being cleaned down, so the place is as safe as we can possibly make it. Now, this weekend we have gradings on. They've been brought forward because of all the uncertainty. We wanted to make sure people who've been working really hard have an opportunity to grade. I didn't want any risk at that. So we brought them forward. We've had to split them up into 4 groups so that we've got smaller groups. And I'm asking parents, those who want to support the people who are grading, only one person who's grading to come along. If you don't have to be in the dojo, don't be in the dojo. We're going to be streaming the grading on Zoom. So I'll be sending out a link. I'll be sending out an email later on today. It'll have a link for the grading. It'll have some links and information about classes that we're going to be doing online next week. And so look at that if you can. Watch the grading online. You're probably going to get a better view. We're going to have someone walking around doing close-ups of the people, and that is their grading. So that'll be happening. We've had several online classes this week. They went really well. I think I've got the technology nearly nailed. When we did the first one, there was some problems with the sound and that. There was a feedback effect because I've got 2 cameras going. We've got that sorted out. I need to race in a minute and get some sports headphones that I can be wearing so I can hear people at the same time as I'm running the class. Some wireless ones. So we're getting it all happening. Now, there'll be a lot of the classes online at the moment will be at the same time as people are actually training in the dojo. And then I'm also going to be running a couple of classes, and I'll be sending out all the details later on, but I'll be running a couple of classes that are just people training at home. And so that way I can get used to that technology and how that's going to work, and we can get that really working effectively so that, if there's a point where the kids can't be going to school and everyone's sort of expecting that's going to have to happen at some point, then we'll be able to, set up, lots of stuff for them to do to keep them engaged. And if they're going to have to be at home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that's going to be really tough for everyone. I know that as a parent. My kids are older now, but I know that's going to be tough for people. So we're going to have lots of engaging content where the kids will be able to log on and do like a stretching class. And then, they might be able to do something working on basic kicks, and then we'll have them working on their katas, and we'll be doing a lot of stuff if that happens. So if that happens and you're really worried about, how people are going to cope, we're going to do our best to help you with that. We know that there's potentially some difficult times coming, and we're really trying to anticipate and really help people through those times. If you have any problems, look, give me a call. If people are really stuck in difficult situations at the moment, we want to help them out. We need to all work together as a community at the moment. I think that's really important for everyone to help each other. When in difficult times, you need that help around you. You don't want to be feeling alone, like you've got no one to turn to. And if there's anyone that feels like that right now, just call me. And I mean that sincerely. Now, we've also, that's the other thing I wanted to do. The government's put out some guidelines for sporting venues to follow. Now, I want to really, really quickly just go through these, just so people know that we're really up with what they're asking. To be honest, all community sports participants must play a role in helping reduce the transmission of COVID-19, including those organising, attending or supporting attendance at these activities. That's all of us. Have to be playing our part at this time. People shouldn't be participating if they've travelled overseas, within 14 days. You should be self-isolating anyway. Or those at high risk. If you're at high risk, you should be really taking care of yourself, limiting your exposure. We can't do that all the time. I know that we're all being exposed at different times, doing grocery shopping and everything else. But those at high risk need to be especially careful. All players, visitors should practice the following social distancing measures, and I've already talked about what we're doing here with social distancing, and they're really just reinforcing what I've been saying. At the moment, we're not shaking hands; we're bowing. Traditionally, we bow, so we're only bowing now. There's no shaking hands. I'm not giving people high fives anymore. I might start giving the kids elbow bumps. I love high fives. There's no high fives at the moment. So we're doing all of that, and we've spaced out our spectators. They're asking sporting venues to do that. Reducing contact, we've done that. Keeping a distance between players, where practical, we've done that. There's a lot of sports that'll find this really difficult. There's a lot of things we can do in martial arts that are super engaging, super beneficial. And we're moving back to working on a lot of those things that that don't require contact. Facilities should ensure that space surfaces are regularly cleaned with disinfectant. We're doing that. Hand washing guidance. Yep, we've got hand wash. We've got the toilets and that. We've put hand dryers and that in there now as well. We've got the hand sanitizer, as I said. Everything's been cleaned really regularly. Make sure dispensers are regularly filled. They're all full. Everywhere's been cleaned down. The talks here about making sure, equipment, registration desks, change rooms, toilets, kiosk, everything here within the dojo. Dojo's doing an amazing job. The one thing it doesn't mention in these guidelines is the other requirement the government's put out of indoor venues needing to be under 100 people. We're under 100 people. Like I said, this weekend with the grading coming up, I've broken it into 4 groups where normally we'd have 2. That way, we're going to keep the numbers down in the dojo. And if you have any questions, like I said, give us a call. I think that's really quickly most of the things I wanted to say. I'm sure there's some things I missed. I'm going to send out another email later on today or early tomorrow morning. I've got to go and get some more equipment now for the online streaming, but I hope everyone's keeping safe. If you need a hand with anything, if you're stuck with anything, let me know. If I can't help, I can try and organise someone to help. We want to make sure all our members are looked after. Stay safe, everyone, and enjoy these challenging times as best you can. It's challenging for us all. Us.